I felt like a witch, soaking my parents dry. My parents were there for me, especially my mom. I remember when she would have to sleep on the hospital floor. I've tried suicide. I've tried taking rat poison. I was just, you're tired. I had to choose between my health or school. Oh, the husband doesn't love her. He's just with her because she's a celebrity. Not a fear. I've thrown away fear. Oh, but you're a fantastic person, but for now, we are not taking people like you. People like me as how?
Were you at any point ever insecure about it?
Nah. I said I was happy. How about the premier they caught? Oh God, I'm about to cry.
It's okay.
Shake it.
It's okay.
Okay.
I've been wanting to have this interview since 2019 when I slid into this person's DM saying, "Hiya, happy birthday. I spent the past half hour on your page and your story is inspiring. I was wondering if you'll be open to granting me an interview for TV. I wish you an amazing year. It can only get better from here on." Unfortunately, that interview couldn't happen in 2019, but it's happening today. You would say that life really handed her what many would interpret as a hard blow, but she's taken life head on. She's full of so much joy and brings same to hundreds of thousands of people following her across social media. I'm talking about Osabonye Oluchi Maryann. Hello.
Hi.
Oluchi Maryann Osabonye is a remarkable woman whose story is a testament to resilience and faith. She is a graduate of mass communication from Lagos State Polytechnic. She's a devoted wife and mother of 3. Known for her vibrant presence as a content creator and brand influencer. Through her platform, she shares her journey of motherhood, entrepreneurship, and the unwavering strength found in faith. Today, Oluchi Maryann Osabonye is seated at his right hand with Olive Emodi.
Mommy Mix, how are you?
I'm fine.
First of all, how did you get the name Mommy Mix?
Because I have 3 sons and I didn't want to be called Mommy Boys. So I said Mommy Mixture. So for short, Mommy Mix. So that's where the whole Mommy Mix came from.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I stumbled on your page in 2019, like I mentioned, and I was just reading about you and I was so inspired. I think that you've been through a lot.
Yeah.
I was following you at the point when it was a rough patch.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
My journey?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And then they rush me to talk my story now because some of my followers are always like, you always say this your story, and somehow that's me. That's actually why you are here. This story bets Maryann. So my amputation journey, because I always tell people like I didn't just turn out to just like out of the blue my hands just went off. I had series of surgeries, series of procedures before we arrived at this, because I think I had like two amputation before we arrived at this, and it just started as I think I was 19 or 20, because now I'm 31. I'll be 31 in October. It started, I was very young, and oh God, I'm about to cry.
It's okay.
Shake it.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's
okay.
Okay. Oh my God.
Can we get her tissue? It's fine.
A very young girl, still in her very teenage age, and trying to navigate life, and I was working then, and oh my God, I'm sorry.
No, there's nothing to be sorry for.
This is not the first time I'm telling this story.
It doesn't matter.
People could laugh me now.
Nobody's going to laugh at you. You're a strong woman, and you've taken what should have broken you down, and you've made a powerful woman of yourself, and you worked for everything. Nothing was handed over to you. So it's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Don't apologize.
So, a young girl trying to navigate life, and then I was going off and on because my parents actually thought it was wheat low. We treated it as wheat low.
It started from your finger?
It started from my index finger. So, first, I didn't take it so serious. I come from a very struggling family, so which time once at the Waka hospital Waka. So not until I had like some scans and all. I can remember the time I went for that scan. That was when I knew it was a big deal. you know, you going for a scan, like maybe scan should be like maybe 12,000 or maybe 18 at most. My mom gave me 20,000 naira. So when I got to the Mikio hospital, and they like did and gave me the slip for me to pay, and I saw like the zeros were just a lot. And I was like, okay, I want to pay. And I was like, oh, card declined. I was like, oh no, I have 20,000. He said, no, it's 180 for the scan, like the first scan. I just started crying because that was when I knew it was a big deal, because I want to scan 180. What did they do me? You get, so I went back home. My mom collected some contribution. We went back and we did the scan. The scan took like 3 months for it to come out, because they had to like send it, because it was like very difficult for them to understand. So they sent the scan back, and immediately I got the results. And I just, you know, now when you check, probably you're not feeling fine, you just start googling. In fact, it will triple your fears. And immediately I saw Arteriovenous Malformation, and I googled it. I just said, oh, I was going to die. This is too much. Where will I start from? Like, and I happen to be the only girl. So it was a lot.
How many siblings you have?
I had 3 brothers. I'm the second born, so it was just a lot. My dad is a driver, struggling family, and bringing another kind of illness. I felt like a witch, soaking my parents dry. We're doing a whole lot just to keep me alive. I had like, in total, I think I did about 9 surgeries. And yeah, it was a lot. And thinking about it now just made me remember the whole stage. Now we can laugh about it, we can play. When people say, oh, your hand, you are editing your hand for content, I will just laugh, because you really don't know what I went through. When I saw that the whole load was too much, and I came on Instagram. My coming on Instagram, I was on Facebook then. My coming on Instagram was not, just because I knew nobody knew me there. I had about maybe 10 followers or so. When you're tired and we've done a lot of surgeries, they would say, oh, we'll go back again. I know how my parents got the money for surgery, so, you'll be hoping that, oh, after you do this one, I'll be fine. They'll come back, oh, Maryann, we are sorry, we have to go again. So we have to start the whole process. You have all the scans you've done, you will do everything, you will do your tests, your hospitals. I stayed in hospital for like a year. Like spent a very lengthy time in the hospital. I had to stop school. I had to just let go, because at the time I was just like, I was fighting for my life. I had to let go of so many things. My parents were there for me, especially my mom. I remember when she would have to sleep on the hospital floor because they wouldn't allow her to stay on the bed. She would stay. If the nurses were coming, she would have to hide under our bed so that they wouldn't have to chase her out to go and sleep outside. It was just a lot. So until I came on Instagram, I told my story. One lady now picked up, and that was how Instablock picked the story. And that was the genesis of my getting my freedom. So I also went to India with the hope of, oh, when you get to India, I came back from India, the whole thing started again. I was just tired. I felt like a lab rat. They kept on opening. I had scars everywhere. I was just tired. I've tried suicide. I've tried taking rat poison. I was just, you're tired. But at the same time, sometimes, one thing about me, once I cry a little, I'll pick myself up like, tomorrow I still stay there alive, maybe tomorrow I go die or something. I'll just encourage myself, I still there alive today, I still dey flex. I'll still play, but until in November 2018, I was dating my husband then.
Just to clarify, before you go ahead.
Okay.
When you were doing these surgeries, were you dating your husband?
I met my husband in 2017. I just came back from India. So the whole thing now started again. So I was depressed at that time. So I wasn't even interested in relationship. But my husband stays like, maybe this is your estate now, in the bus stop. So I think anytime I come out from my street, he always sees me. So, and he's new in Lagos. So it wasn't like, oh, I like this girl. It wasn't like this one. Really, like, because I was like, you know, when you're walking and you're talking to yourself, I was depressed. Like, this girl really, do like see something they do her. So in 2018, I just told him that I've made up my mind. There was no point keeping the hand. It has given me so much problem. It has given me so. I just wanted to try. Let's just amputate like above the elbow, and that was one of the suggestions the doctors gave. I was like, because it started bleeding again. The whole thing like started from beginning. Now became worse than what it was. I cannot stay with people. I cannot be around people. I don't shake hands. I don't do anything that would associate me with you asking, oh, what happened to your hand? I try to dress well, look good, but I would always hide my hand and all. And I told him that I wanted to go for an amputation. He was like, oh, he wanted to say it, but he didn't want to come out like, oh, he's a bad person, that there was no point keeping the hand because I was still bandaging. It still had sores, like open wounds. There was just a whole lot. So I started the whole process to amputate the hand in December. Then in January 15th, 2019, they amputated the hand. And I will tell you, that was the best day of my life. Though I woke up and I saw that I still had like extra, I was now angry at the doctors that the initial plan was to remove from the elbow, because from my arm, because I don't want anything to start up, because then we still have the fear of it spreading to my heart, you know, clogging my arteries. And also I said I just wanted the whole hand off. At least let's start from there. So even if at all anything, we'll know that we've actually tried everything. So the doctors in military hospital in Yaba, they gave me the assurance that they've checked, and if they amputate from this part, it will be fine. But should in case anything arise, it will be on them. They will take up the whole process by themselves. So after that, that was the whole genesis of, like, I would say that's when my life actually began, because I now became more happy, more free, no more fear. Then I still, because I could not bring down my hand. So then if maybe you sweat now, I now feel like sweat. I always feel like maybe I was bleeding. I still had that fear. So after that, in the same 2019, my husband got married to me. In the same 2019, I had my first child. So I feel like my life just changed in 2019, and that's where we are.
That was 2019 that I sent you that DM.
Yeah.
Right, now it makes sense.
Yeah, that was when I started like showing up, like doing basically what I'm doing right now.
Wow. Let's go back to some of the things you feel like you had to sacrifice.
Yeah.
You said you had to drop out of school.
Yeah.
What were you, what level were you in? What were you studying?
I was studying mass communication in Nigerian Institute of Journalism. I was in my final year. I was supposed to graduate that year, but I couldn't go for my exams. I had to choose between my health or school. So I said, no, if I'm okay, I would still go back to school. So even after I came back from India and I had to go back to Laspotech, I started from Laspotech again.
You started afresh?
From Laspotech.
They didn't give you the opportunity or the option to defer?
No, I just wanted to start. I just decided to just take that chance to start afresh. And
what did you study this time?
Same mass communication.
So this is our industry.
So I was technically saying I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
It's a full circle moment indeed. So, I'm glad to hear that you started to find yourself again in 2019, and I'm really sorry for all that you had to go through.
Thank you.
And all the stories, there is some total that have made you who you are today.
Yeah.
Your husband, the role that he played in your life, did you ever feel, because I think I may have seen a comment like that once on your social media, did you ever feel like maybe people felt, and this was something that either you inferred or someone commented on your social media about wondering how you both were together and why he was still with you? I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, if you ever got such kind of comments in your social media.
About why he was with me?
Yes.
I've gotten the questions because, like I said, I'm not from a wealthy home. So it's not about, oh, he married her because the parents had money. So it's nothing like that. So I feel maybe he just likes me.
No, I'm not asking. I'm asking if you, because I remember seeing comments like that. And I'm wondering, did they ever get to you?
No. Yeah,
and how you handle them?
No, the apocryphal money they get to me, they get their time. No, yeah, I feel like it's normal for people to assume and think, just like how people will say, "Oh, I'm always editing my hand for content,"
Yes.
just because the camera switches. Sometimes I use the front camera, sometimes I use the back camera. So when I use my front camera, my hand moves to the other part. When I use my back camera, so it always gets people confused and they start assuming, "Oh, the husband doesn't love her. He's just with her because of she's a celebrity." And I was nobody when we actually started whatever it is we started, and it doesn't get to me. The last time I cried about whatever anybody has to say was when I was pregnant for my second child, because the whole trolling was just too much. I was pregnant with my second child, and they made it look as if I've had 15 children already, and I'm a married woman. What do you expect? Do you expect me to, take? I'm married. Like, oh, you're turning your husband to your slave. Your husband will soon leave you. You think you're going to stay with him because he's married? You're going to have a baby. You're just a pumping machine. You're just a baby making. They said a whole lot. I was like, sometimes when people troll me and people ask, when we mix, what do you do? I would say, I really don't know. I don't know, because I feel like they want to see you cry. People want to see you sad. When this my energetic and why I was not the place, I will see swear for them. So the people depends until they do this one. So I will get one and say they do shakara. You get, so I feel like it's the gods that angers them, the gods that annoys them. I always tell people that as I did like this, I feel like I know they fear. I've thrown away fear. I don't get scared. I don't shiver. If I want to enter any place, I enter. I don't say, oh, wait till I go talk. I don't plan to say anything. Just tell me what we are talking about. I don't write any scripts. I tell people I don't plan my content. My contents are just spontaneous. I don't plan and say, oh, I'm writing scripts. I don't. It just comes. Maybe I have a job. It just comes. And when some of these people will say, write scripts, it doesn't flow well for me, because it now removes my neutral self away from the whole content. So I feel like people are always angry that I have these guts to, they expect me to be wallowing in pity, crying, hey, and they pay me, oh, they cut my hand, oh. No, we don't pass that stage.
Were you ever at any point, when you just had your hand amputated, were you at any point ever insecure about it?
Nah, I said I was happy. How about the pay me they cut? You don't know what I went through. It's maybe because of what I went through. Some people, their case was probably due to accidents or it traumatized them. Me, I was waiting for a way to be free, because I was constantly, I cannot bring my hand down. This place will be flooded with blood, like springing out from my veins, like not like dropping, splashing out. I always cover my hand. Like, I now technically became my own nurse. I nurse my wounds, because I cannot go to the hospital all the time for them to change my bandage. So anytime I open, it springs out. Like, not like it bleeds like this, because it's coming directly from the veins. So it springs out, and I just know how to quickly bandage and keep. And I will not touch that hand until 2 days. When I want to touch in the next 2 days, it does the same thing. So I'm doing that. So I'm actually just used to. So there's no time that I felt like, oh, normally I would cry. Not cry, but I'll just feel bad. Oh, maybe I want to do some little things, and probably I ask somebody to do something for me, and they are giving me some kind of attitude. Because I get one lift, so I get my two, and I don't do my thing sharp. That's not like I feel bad, but I just get angry at silly things.
Were you ever left-handed or right-handed?
I was right-handed. I had to relearn everything, how to write, I had to relearn.
How long did that take you?
I would say not too long. I feel maybe my body was determined to just move on.
I hope you see the genius that you are. Who learns in their adult age how to write with their left hand? You write with your left hand, you cook with your left hand. You've taken care of how many kids now with your hands?
My third
We
child.
see all the contents that did you film your content yourself?
Myself.
Wow. Okay, so, now you've come out of this end, you've become a public figure. How would you say your life has changed?
My life has changed in the aspect that I'm not only doing this for me, because, we can just be doing things and we cannot really tell the amount of lives we are touching. Now, the kind of comments I get made me realize how far I've gone, or the type of people that interact with me made me realize how far I've gone, couples, families. So I feel like I'm not only doing this for myself, I'm also encouraging people. I know that a lot of people that are like me or probably have issues, they won't have had the chance or the courage to come out, but people show my videos to their children, people in the hospitals, like, look at this lady, you think, look at her. You know, it makes me feel, normally I was just doing my thing, but now I'm doing it with purpose because I know I'm also inspiring other people.
You're not just inspiring older people, you're inspiring children as well. And I wonder, you've given me a brief insight, but you're a mother yourself.
Yeah.
What was childhood like for you? Now you're creating memories for your children, but what was your childhood like?
Yeah, big childhood for me, it was I'm a gangster. I was a very stubborn child. I don't know if I still am. Yeah, because I feel when some of my classmates see me, they'll say, Mary, so now you can't be like this, now you can't change. I say, wait, anybody can change. I was a very stubborn child. Not like in a bad way, but I like to fight because I was like a man. I was more like, I don't do girly things. I was like a man for a very long time. Like I was more like, because of my hand. Now, reason being, my hand had veins all over it. So from the onset, I knew there was something wrong with me because AVM is a congenital issue. But as time goes on, the amount of blood that my body pumps, that vein can no longer accommodate it. That was why it ruptured and, gangrene and had ulcer. That was when it started. But then when I was growing up, when you see some girls will be strong with veins, I was manly. So childhood for me was fun. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun because I was free. My mom sold akara. I would just help her. When I finish, I would just go out. I was a dancer, like a very good one at that. Yeah.
We still see traces of that.
Yes.
Would you say that when you look at your kids now, you see anyone that reminds you of yourself and the kind of child that you were?
I'll say my last son because it's kind of like stubborn, but my two older kids, they are soft. They do like your butter, mommy. So just for now, I'll say my last son, maybe because he has this strong, but only him for now. I don't. Maybe he will change for now.
And what would you say in all of this? You have a very, it is an inspiring story. For you to have been able to pull through, what would you say helped you pull through mentally?
The will to not give up. We can actually just say the story now, but then I lived that moment. It was really challenging, but sometimes I would want to give up. Sometimes I would just pick myself up and say, oh, let me just try. So there were so many moments that made me want to give up, so many things, but I still kept on pushing. When people ask questions like, hey, how were you able to grow your following? Well, people are following because of your hand. I feel people have seen beyond that hand aspect because I don't dwell on it. When people make remarks about my hand, I will just, hey, welcome to the level, woman living with a husband with one hand. I might just joke about it, but it's not really my thing to dwell on it. So also the will to continue to push, the will to not give up. That was what brought me to where I am. I'm not actually there yet. But
oh no, it's a journey. Every day is a journey of, we're all evolving. I wanted to ask you how you felt about God at that time. But let's go back and ask, did you have a relationship with God?
I did. Those times, were trying times. It made you wonder, like, why? Why me? And I can remember one of my brothers now said, why not you? Why not you? I was like, why this not made a suffer like this? Like, I would fast, I would cry bitterly, like, why? Like, why me? Like, and again, it's not something known. It's not like a very, she has a malaria or it's a very rare congenital malformation. So it was a question of why me? Like, why? Why me? It just made me keep questioning God, like, why me? Then I'll now start threatening God that if you don't do this, I'll kill myself. Oh, if you don't do this, I will never serve you. If you don't do this. cannot remember the exact year. My mom was beating me because my mom beats me then. Like, mom was like, may God just send somebody and say, she God know they see us with the suffer. She's God no fit send anybody. My mom was just like, my mom is a choosing. So like, that particular day, somebody just came to us and gave us 100,000 naira. And 100,000 naira as at 2015 or 2014 was a very big deal. And my mom was just saying, you see, God knows it will go through. Not because of the money, but it now further reminds me that God is actually watching, God is listening, God knows what He's doing. Everything is just for a purpose. God just specially chose me. You know, God just said this thing would have to happen to you, so at least to give every other person hope.
And that's what you're doing. I want to go to an uncomfortable story that you had made reference to. You said you took rat poison.
Yeah. I sent my mom. Then we're in the hospital, so you know Lagos hospital now. We have rats in one of our cupboards. So I told my mom to get rat poison. That there's rats. But she didn't actually think of it. So when she left, because she would attend to me, she cannot sit with me for too long, so she would just go out and just chill. Then we, the patients, would just sit or stay on our bed. When she left, I was now mixing the rat poison in my tea. Then I was tired. I was going to drink this. I wanted to take a sip. You know, when you want to do all these kind of things, you don't need anybody to encourage you. Just in my mind, I was like, we'll meet everywhere, just claim, I just do so that I will just sleep, and that will be the end. Moreover, I'm in the hospital, so to just end the whole matter. A lady sitting close to my bed, she was, I think probably she noticed or she knew, or maybe, I don't know, maybe God just used her to stop me from doing what I wanted to do. So I prepared the tea already. It was already on my table. So I was just summoning the courage, because in my head I was like, just one gawk and I would just lie down. I just want to go. So she just said, oh, where your mommy? I said, oh, she went outside. She now told the son to go and call my mommy. So she was not shouting on my mommy that, you know, say this your pikin, they just give her one bad news. She said she rat poison, you go buy her. Mommy now saw the Jesus, yeah, Mary, don't keep me. So that was what stopped that.
And you had mixed it in your tea?
I've mixed it in
so
my
what happened?
tea.
What did you do to the tea?
She came and saw the whole thing, and she was shouting and she threw it away. She was begging me, kneeling down, that I should not kill myself. So everybody in the ward was just crying, trying to encourage me. You know, it was just a last minute thought. Like, I was just, you know, when you're just encouraging yourself, like, I'll take this thing and that's the end. I've already mixed it. I was just waiting for the right push, like trying to convince myself that you're doing the right thing. Everything your parents, they've tried. Let them just rest.
Was that the only time you attempted?
Many times, many times I cannot recall. Many times, because I was drug addicted, because at the time I had problem. I don't know, if you take too much painkillers, I don't know if it's your kidney or what, no.
Yeah.
Had issues, because
I think it's the liver.
I was supposed to take my medications maybe once a day. I was taking it like 10 times a day because the pain was intense, but I knew the repercussion of, so I was like overtaking it, so whatever happens should just happen. So I was, in my head, I felt like if I overtake it, at least I was going to just go.
So how did you then move from that point where you had attempted to hurt yourself, you had attempted to kill yourself over and over again?
Something just keeps stopping the plan. It's not like I wanted to do it, but you know, one thing just keeps stopping the plan. I would say that's God's plan for me.
I definitely believe that. It just has to be God that has put these people at these strategic times. I mean, that woman to notice you mixing the rat poison and then just holding you. Imagine, see what your life has become many years later. Yeah. And you know, you're here today, we're telling this story to the world, and there are going to be many more opportunities for you to keep sharing your story and encouraging people. So you've shared how you were mad at God and you just kept asking God, why me? What was your spiritual journey? What was the transition of your spiritual journey from then to now? What would you say your journey with God is like?
It got tighter because I felt, like I said, God was keeping me for a purpose. So as it got to this particular stage and I said, oh, So that's what you're actually trying to do. Because though, like I said, I'm not actually doing what I'm doing for myself now. It's to give hope to people, because be it as it may, people would also go through things like this. It might not be slightly similar, it might be through any other means, people would also go through things, and when they look at me, they'll say, if Maryann can actually pull through and be who she is, excluding being a celebrity or whatnot, but being this happy, surviving, thriving, whatever she's doing, I can actually do it. So I just said I knew God was actually keeping me for this purpose.
On a much lighter note now, who is Mommy Mix away from the camera? When you're not creating content, who are you? What is something that we don't know about you?
I'm a quiet person. I feel like on social media, though I'm still, but in real life, I'm more of to myself. And I was even talking to somebody the other day. I feel like I don't have friends aside social media people. We were talking about your friend thing, and I felt somehow like I don't have any. I have classmates, there are people that are your classmates, but I don't have people in my corner except social media people. And it's not like something I chose, but maybe because I'm just guarding myself. I don't like drama. I don't.
What are you afraid of?
I've never had any encounter with friendship or friends did this to me, friends betrayed me, or they snatched my husband. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like I enjoy my company. Once we are together for too long, I get bored, I get tired. I just want you to go to your house.
But you're not bored with your family. You have your husband, you have your children.
Funny enough, sometimes I don't want my husband to talk to me. Leave me alone.
Well, fair.
So that's aside social media, I'm a very chilled person. When you see me in real life, though it's normal for you, you don't expect me to be crazy. But like when people see me like, so you are trained to real life, I want to say you make her the mad again for real life. So in real life, I'm chilled. I don't have, which I want to do, but it's not like I'm scared. But
so that's what I wanted to ask you. Are you now open to making friends?
I am, but not too much. Like, still stay your house, not come my house. Still stay for your house. You get.
I know someone that is exactly like you. This person is behind the camera. The people who may be dealing with this, there are people who may be dealing with other things, right? And it might lead to some sort of disappointment, discouragement, and all the emotions that you have to go through, or you've had to go through. What would you say to them? People who are in that place where they feel like they're losing part of themselves. It may be physical, it may be emotional, it may be mental.
Like I still always tell people that come up to me, I still stand on don't give up. It might be delayed, but you would never be denied. It will take time. It took me years. Imagine this whole ordeal robbing me of my teenhood, because I didn't have the time to just be that young girl and, constantly going off and on from the hospital, spending years. So it might be delayed. It will definitely happen. Just don't give up. Just keep the hope alive. Search for your happy place. I cannot tell you to be like me because we all have our individual differences, but just search for that thing that, makes you happy. Have a relationship with God. Trust Him. Whatever happens, it's the will of God.
So now that you've come on this other side, how would you say that we as Nigerians, or where would you say we are with regards to how we treat persons living with disabilities?
I would say some people are not welcoming to the idea that this particular person would represent our brand. Because I've gotten questions or maybe replies like, oh, we would have loved to work with you, but you don't match our aesthetics. We would have loved to work with you, but we don't work with persons living with disabilities.
Wait, somebody said that to you?
Yeah.
I'm actually at a loss for words. That somebody would say to you that they don't work with persons living with disabilities.
They might not go directly, but you know, they try to play safe. But I know that's where they are driving to. Oh, you're a fantastic person, but for now, we are not taking people like you. People like me as how? Oh, no, you're a beautiful person. I love your story. But we're not just taking people like you, people, you know.
Is it when you've maybe had to pitch to certain brands?
You know, funny enough, I just started pitching this year. I don't pitch. I'll say, not like I don't, because I feel like if you pitch to them, they now downplay your effort. Some brands do that. So in order to play safe, so you know, go to me come meet you. I did my own judge, you come meet me. So they would still, maybe, I don't know, maybe somebody like probably recommended me. So they now come out, probably during the course of the whole thing, probably now go through my page like, oh, this person is amputated. Oh, I'd love to work with you.
So would they say that to the person that recommended you
to
or
me,
to you?
during the course, I've had a situation whereas we've had like a conversation, then we're about to probably round up, then they now ended up like, oh, my management just checked, oh, for now we're not working with people like you.
Nah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that, you know, this is something that should be, I hope that, and I'm highlighting this because I think that if there's any organization that does that, that's discriminatory.
It is.
It is terrible. And anyway, we'll have a conversation off camera about this, but that's terrible. Maryann,
Yeah.
thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having
I've
me.
gone through different emotions. Yeah, I'm like, oh, sad, and then I'm happy and I'm smiling. But all the same, I would say that altogether, this has been a great conversation. I'm glad. Are you ready for my scripture jar?
Yeah.
Yes! Let's do this. So, I'm going to have you pick here. There are different scriptures written here. And I'm shaking them. I'm mixing it. Mommy mix.
Mommy mix.
So I want you to pick a scripture here and maybe share what you, maybe if you've had any scenario in your life
That relates.
that relates to it, or maybe what it means for you.
So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. I don't think we need to explain or go deeper because this is not planned. This is just picked randomly, and it feels like this scripture is just talking about this whole episode and ended with righteous right hand. It is so.
You might not have a physical right hand.
Yeah.
Or he's holding you with his righteous right hand.
I don't.
And I don't know what's...
I don't know what else to say.
Oof. I think this is the place where we'll end the show. Thank you for watching, and please share this video to people in your community, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and please follow Oluchi on Instagram. We're going to share her Instagram handle, and just show her love. If you've enjoyed this interview, share with her as well. All right? Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi everyone, I'm Maryann and I'm seated at his right hand.